Have you ever laid awake at night, replaying the words of the one who hurt you? A boss who humiliated you in front of colleagues? A partner who betrayed your trust? Or a friend who turned away when you needed them most? That sting doesn't vanish easily, does it? Imagine standing face to face with someone who broke your heart, and instead of collapsing under the weight of anger or pain, you feel unshaken, centered, calm, even powerful. What if you could transform that hurt into strength? Because the truth is this: life will never run out of people who disappoint you, insult you, or leave scars. But the question is, will you let them define you, or will you rise above? Welcome to Stoic Blend, where ancient wisdom meets modern life. Today, we're diving deep into how Stoicism heals from the one who hurt you. This isn't just about philosophy. It's about reclaiming your peace, your power, and your freedom from the grip of pain. Part 1. Understanding the wound. Why hurt stays so long. We often say, time heals all wounds. But if that were true, why do so many people carry resentment for years toward an ex, a parent, a colleague, or even an old friend? In America today, the pressure of daily life makes wounds cut even deeper. Imagine, at work, your manager criticizes you unfairly in front of the team. At home, a spouse ignores your effort or mocks your dreams. Online, someone's careless comment lingers in your mind far longer than it should. The pain doesn't just fade. It shapes how you see yourself. It can make you question your worth. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and philosopher, once wrote, "If someone does wrong, it is because they don't know what is right." His reminder is that people act from ignorance, weakness, or their own suffering, not because you deserved it. But here's the deeper insight. The wound remains not because of the one who hurt you, but because of the story we repeat to ourselves afterward. They ruined my life. I'll never trust again. I'm not enough. Stoicism teaches us that the pain of hurt is not in the event itself, it's in the interpretation we cling to. So, the first step is awareness. Realizing the voice inside isn't always telling the truth. That recognition opens the door to healing. But awareness alone isn't enough. How do we actually stop the hurt from controlling us? That's where Stoic practices come in. Part 2. Reclaiming power through perspective. Think of a typical day in the US. You're stuck in traffic, late to pick up your kids, when suddenly you recall what your sibling said last Thanksgiving. You've never done anything with your life. That sentence still has the power to ruin your mood months later. Why? Because we've given away power to the past. Epictetus, a former slave who became a Stoic teacher, taught, "We cannot control what others do or say, but we can control how we interpret and respond." That's the heart of Stoicism. Shifting the frame. Here's a practical exercise you can try today. 1. Pause the replay. When your mind brings up the one who hurt you, literally say to yourself, "Stop." 2. Reframe the insult. Ask, what weakness in them led to this action? Maybe it was their insecurity, jealousy, or ignorance. 3. Reclaim your narrative. Instead of, "They ruined my confidence," say, "They revealed where I must grow stronger." This there is Heinz. The cry did from. This doesn't excuse the harm. It transforms it. You're no longer a passive victim, you're an active interpreter. In therapy rooms across the US, people practice cognitive reframing. But the Stoics were doing this 2,000 years ago. Marcus Aurelius reframed betrayal in his journal not as tragedy, but as training. Once we shift perspective, we can move toward forgiveness, not for their sake, but for ours. Part 3. The strength of forgiveness. Let's address something difficult. Forgiveness. In American culture, forgiveness often sounds like weakness. If I forgive them, they win. But Stoicism flips this idea. Seneca said, "The greatest remedy for anger is delay." And forgiveness is not about excusing harm. It's about choosing not to carry poison in your own veins. Picture this. A colleague spreads false rumors about you at work. You're furious. You think about revenge. But months later, they're still living rent-free in your head, while you're exhausted. Who's winning here? Forgiveness in the Stoic sense means, I see clearly what happened. I acknowledge the wound, but I refuse to chain my soul to the one who hurt me. Here's a technique. Write a letter you'll never send. Pour all the anger out. Then, at the end, write, I release you. You no longer own my peace. Tear it up. Burn it. You'll be shocked how freeing it feels. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, the best revenge is to be unlike the one who performed the injury. Forgiveness, then, is the ultimate declaration of independence. And yet, forgiveness doesn't mean allowing repeat harm. Stoicism also teaches us to set boundaries firmly. Part 4. Setting boundaries with Stoic clarity. Imagine this. You're at a family dinner. The same uncle mocks your career choices again. Everyone laughs awkwardly. In the past, you might stay silent, fuming inside. But Stoicism offers language that is calm, clear, and unshakable. For example, I'd prefer not to continue this conversation. Let's talk when we can do it respectfully. That's your opinion, and I respect it, but I don't share it. These aren't just clever lines. They're shields. They protect your dignity without escalation. Epictetus said, "You cannot control what others do, but you can control what you accept." Boundaries are exactly that, deciding what you will and will not accept. In the American workplace, this might look like telling a manager, I hear your feedback, but I don't think mocking me in front of the team is productive. Calm, respectful, firm. At home, it might mean, I won't continue this talk if yelling is involved. Boundaries are not walls. They are doors you choose when to open or close. And when practiced consistently, they transform how others treat you. But even with boundaries, healing requires something deeper, building inner resilience so that hurt doesn't define us at all. Part 5. Building inner resilience through Stoic practice. The final stage of healing from the one who hurt you is not just about defense, it's about growth. How do we emerge stronger, not bitter? Stoicism offers daily practices that Americans today can apply, even in the chaos of modern life. 1. Morning. Reflection. Start your day like Marcus Aurelius. Write down, today I will meet with people who are meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, deceitful, and selfish, but they cannot harm me unless I allow it. This prepares your mind before the world can hurt it. 2. Evening journaling. Before bed, reflect. Where was I shaken today? Where did I hold steady? This isn't guilt, it's training. 3. Negative visualization. Imagine losing something you value, a job, a friend, even health. Then imagine enduring it with strength. This exercise makes you grateful for what you have, and resilient when hardships actually come. 4. Practice voluntary discomfort. Skip a luxury once in a while. Cold showers, a simple meal, a day without your phone. Why? Because when life removes comfort, you'll already know you can survive. 5. Anchor in nature. The Stoics often look to nature as a model of resilience. Go for a walk, watch the sunrise, breathe. Remember you are part of something vast. The insults of the one who hurt you shrink when seen against the backdrop of the universe. When these practices become routine, hurt no longer lingers as deeply. It becomes fuel. You don't just heal, you grow. So let's recap. First, we understood why wounds from the one who hurt you stay so long. Second, we reclaimed power through perspective. Third, we embraced forgiveness not as surrender, but as freedom. Fourth, we learned to set boundaries with clarity. And finally, we built resilience with Stoic daily practices. The Stoics remind us, pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. You cannot stop people from hurting you, but you can stop them from owning your peace. If this video resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe to Stoic Blend, because each week, we bring you timeless wisdom to navigate modern struggles. And now, I want to hear from you. Who is the one who hurt you? And how will you begin to heal today? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to read and respond.